Hello everyone. In this video now we'll see how to create sets. So creating set is an important task when you're dealing with Navisworks. So for instance, sometimes what you want is you want to create a set that includes just the footings or just the columns below first floor, or just the first floor columns, or just the second floor columns, or just reinforced concrete beams, or just the roof. You can do that, and the purpose could be anything. Purpose could be, for instance, you want to do quantity takeoff. Maybe you just want these footings to be connected to a schedule item. So for instance, some of the footings are being erected when a particular date is appearing on your schedule. You can create a set, and those footings in that set can be connected to a schedule item in your schedule. So we'll see in this video how to create sets. So there are multiple ways in which you can create sets. One way is you can individually select these. I can press Ctrl and keep on selecting them. So this is one way. Or I can go and actually click on selection tree, and when the selection tree comes up here, I can go to, let's say, the structure. I can expand it. I can go to level 2, top of footing, and I can go to structural foundation, rectangular footings, 48 by 12 inch deep, and here I can now select one, and I can press shift and then select all, or select few. So I can do the selection by going to the selection tree. I can click in the drawing area and select each element one by one and create a set. I can also actually find items. So there's a third way in which we can create a set by finding items. So if I click on find item, there's a different window that opens. Now there's one more thing I would like to highlight here, and that is when I moved to this find item window, selection tree disappeared. And the reason is if I click here, auto hide is on. So if I come to this window, it will automatically hide that selection tree. So if I don't want that, if I want the selection tree to appear always, I can click and I can click here on auto hide and disable it. And you see now it's stuck. So if I go here, it does not disappear. So it's your choice. Let's get rid of properties. We don't want it right here. So you can also use this find items tool. So what you can do is you can select the category of item. So for instance, you want to find something in the master architecture, or let's say in structure, if you want to find those footings. So you can click here under category and you want to find an item, properties of which, that means the name of which, equals, and here you can go and see what are those elements or those items, their names available here. So let's say I want to find rectangular footing. I can go to its name and choose rectangular footing. Let's expand this so we can see it was actually rectangular duct. So we can see the names clearly. So you can select that footing rectangular, and when you can click on find first, so it will find all of those, or we can find all, and it will find all of those. And when I click on find first, because I was looking at footing rectangular, if I had selected, let's see, if I deselect them, and if I go on item and I select 48 inches by 12 inches, and if I then click on find first, it's going to go to that particular category and select all those items that are under that size, under that name. So there are multiple ways in which you can select items, either by searching or selecting individually in the drawing area, or selecting through the selection tree. Now once you select these, you can actually make sets. So let me get rid of this window. To do that, we have to go to view and go to windows and click on sets window. So click on it and it appears here. So let's say if you want to select all the footings. So let's say you want to say, if I orbit around, let's say these 3 footings, or let's say these three and this. So these 7 footings will be casted or will be erected on a particular date. Okay, so what you want to do, we want to create a set of these. So you can click on it, and you can select them, and you come, once they are selected, you come to the sets window, right click and say save selection, and you can name it footing first batch and hit enter. And so we have created that set. Let's go and select the next batch. So let's say these footings will be done, the remaining 6 footings will be done as the next batch. So you can come here and save selection, and we can call it footings, footing next second batch. Okay, so if I come here and if I click on this, you see it automatically selects that particular set of elements that we had selected, and now we can save those elements as a set. If I click on footing second batch, those 6 will appear. So what this helps, by creating sets, we can create batches of these elements, and we can assign them to quantification, or we can assign them to a schedule item in our schedule. We can also search. So we have seen earlier, we can go to home and find item, and we can say, hey, I want to go to the main architecture file, and I want to search in that an item whose name equals, and I go here and say a basic wall, find all. So as you can see here, all those basic walls have been selected here, right? So once those are selected, I can come here and right click, and I can also click on save search. It's basically the same as save selection. So if I click on save search, I can create a set of basic walls and hit enter. So you see here, the only difference between these is these are created by selection and this is created by search, but it's the same thing. All I'm doing is I'm creating a set. So let me go and select any other item. So let's select Windows, for instance, and click find all. See, all those windows have been selected, and I can come here and say save search, and I can call Windows. Okay, so let's get rid of this and let's go back to our view. So if I click outside, now if I click on the first selection set, it will select those elements. Next, basic walls and windows. So I can make these sets and then connect these sets to any item in schedule or anywhere. So this is how you create sets in Navisworks. Thanks for watching.